Mabuhay! Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Ako ang inyong lingkod, Tutor Match. Welcome sa ating ETUlay, ang ating libreng online tutorial na hatid ng ating kagawaran ng edukasyon, ICTS EdTech. Ang programang ito ay inaasahang makatutulong at maging karagdagang kaalaman sa mga mag-aaral mula kinder hanggang senior high school, ALS, Alive, at SPED learners. Bukod sa pagsagot ng mga modules, ang ETUlay ay may mga special programs din na siguradong aabangan ninyo araw-araw. Katuwang ang ating mga minamahal na mga magulang at guro ay maitutulay natin ang pagkatuto. Kaya, ihanda na ang inyong module, lapis, papel o kwaderno. Ihanda rin ang isip, mata at tenga sa isa na namang makabuluhang aralin. Tayo nang matuto kasama ang inyong volunteer online tutor sa oras na ito.
Yeah, so good day everyone. Good day our dear tutors. Another Friday, another learning. I am Tutor Rodman, your tall, dark, and never mind. And of course, Tutor T. Okay, he's not around today due to DepEd TV schedule. Okay, so our session every Friday at 1:40 to 2:20 p.m. So you can watch our recorded session on Facebook, DepEd EdTech Unit, DepEd Tayo. And of course, sa ating YouTube channels, we have the DepEd Philippines, DepEd EdTech, and DepEd TV. Okay, so our lesson for today, for our 6th week, okay, week 6, communicate effectively in English, or the elements of communication. And our objective for today, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to explain the process of communication. So why it is important to tackle or to discuss the elements of communication? Communication elements refer to essential tools of communication on which the communication process is conducted. Elements of communication initiate and regulate the entire cycle of sharing information between the sender and the receiver. Therefore, elements of communication are essential and interconnected parts of the communication process. So that is the importance of this session. Okay, the elements of communication. So, our first task, the elements of communication and our directions. Let us see how you further understand these variables and elements. Draw a line that matches the words and phrases from column A to column B, and answers given as an example. So feedback, and the answer response or reaction. Or just type in our comment box the element that corresponds in column B. Okay, I'll wait for your answers. Yeah, so good morning watching from Donna Magdalena High School, grade 10. Ragnar G. Yualat. Okay, good afternoon, good day. So last meeting, no? So kasama natin si Ma'am Rebecca Kabalitan Briva from Katarman, 4th District Division of Northern Samar. And also Ma'am Leonora Cancan. So hopefully today, so ma-meet natin siya o makita ko yung kanilang pangalan in our comment box. Okay? So please type in your answer in our comment box. So our first task, no, just type in our comment box of elements that corresponds in column B. Okay, in column A are written the elements, the 9 elements of communication. Okay, the first element, of course, okay, is what we call the context. Ano nga ba ang context? So, context refers to the environment of communication in which the interaction happens or takes place. Okay? Communication context is the prime element of every communication process that controls the communication process among senders and receivers. So sabi daw, no, the context is the prime element of every communication. Okay? Yan. So of course, no, bakit daw tinawag siyang prime? So this context may be pwede siyang physical, historical, psychological, social, chronological, or cultural. Siyempre, ito yung pinaka-prime no element because for example, you may feel comfortable sharing your personal information with close friends or your best friend rather than colleagues, right? Or maybe you will not speak to an unknown person as you talk to your mother, right? So that's why context is what we call the prime element of communication. Kasi doon sa lahat nag-start eh. Okay? Yeah, good morning po. And I am Denise Lorraine M. Rehano watching from Isabelo de los Reyes Elementary School. Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, so number 4 is message according to Caroline Alejado. Okay, so mamaya check natin yan, no? Sige. The second one element, so please continue posting your, typing your answer in our comment box. Okay? So we have number 1, speaker of the message. Number 2, noise. Number 3, converting ideas into symbols. Number 4, the main idea or information. Number 5, the one who sees or hears the message. Number 6, environment where communication takes place. And number seven, response or reaction. 8, interpretation of message. And 9, the medium of transmission. Okay, so we have one answer in here, no? Caroline Alejado. Number 4 daw is message. Okay, so while we are waiting, no, while I am waiting for your answers, so let me give you an insight about these 11 or these elements of communication. Okay, the first one is what we call context. The second one is the sender. Okay, the sender or the communicator generates the message and conveys it to the receiver. Yeah, he is the source and the one who starts the communication. Siya daw yung nagsisimula ng communication. Well, the sender or what we call sometimes sender called the speaker. Okay? The sender is basically the entity that want to initiate the process of information sharing via using appropriate and understandable means of communication. Yan. So dapat we have the mutual understanding. Okay? Yung ginagamit nating language for us to understand each other. So that is the second one, the sender. The sender always starts the communication process by forming the idea, the feelings, and intentions that will be transferred. Okay? Kahit ano pa yun, no? For instance, you want to share your ideas, you want to share your opinion, okay? So your feelings, etc. So that is what we call sender. Okay? The second element of communication. And the third element is what we call the message. Okay? Ano ba yung message na yan? So message, it is the idea, information, view, your feeling, or your opinion. So that is generated by the sender and is then intended to be communicated further. Okay? So when say message, it is the main body of the communication process. Yeah, do not forget that, okay? The main body of communication process. It is considered incomplete without a message. Kasi without the message, there's no information, there's no idea, there's no topic to discuss, okay, or to share. So that is the third element. Okay, message. Yeah, good afternoon to Jovelyn G. Duruelo. Good afternoon po, watching from Santo Domingo Integrated School, Quirino District. And yeah, good afternoon also from Mercy Martin. Okay, watching from SDO Navotas. Yeah. Good afternoon po. I am Sofia Naila Cowell and Reynalyn de Mapilis from Bayog Elementary School. Yeah, good afternoon to all of you guys. Good afternoon to this. Yeah, thank you for tuning with us. Okay? So ngayon wala si Sir si Tutor T because he has a shooting for DepEd TV. But next meeting syempre kasama na natin siya. Okay? Okay, so that is the third one, the third element. Okay? Please continue, no? Keep on posting your answer in our task number 1. Okay? Type in our comment box the elements, no, of communication that corresponds in column B. Okay? Yeah, so number 4, of course, number 4 element, we have encoding. Yeah. So when we are encoding, no, it means we are putting, okay, ideas or information. Encoding, the message generated by the sender. Ito yung trabaho ng sender ito, no? The message generated by the sender is encoded symbolically such as in the form of words, verbal, pictures, okay, pictures of the visual, no, visual communication, gestures, our non-verbal communication, and a lot more before it is being conveyed. Yan. So that is encoding. So encoding is a process with which the concerned aspect or subject matters is converted into communication symbols and language that is understandable, yeah, by other party. Yeah, so that is what we call encoding. Okay? So that is another job of the sender. Next element, please keep on posting your answer in our task number 1. Paksulat. Kanina may sumagot na, number 4 daw is message. Yeah, message is the main idea or information, and that is correct. Congratulations, Caroline Alejado. And next we have number 5 element. We have the channel. Channel sometimes called media. Yan. Right? So media, it is the manner in which the encoded message is transmitted. Okay, the message may be transmitted orally or in writing. The medium of communication includes, yeah, maybe we are using the telephone, the internet, the post, the fax or the facsimile, email, and a lot more. So the choice of medium is decided by the sender. Okay, kung anong gagamitin mo, it's up to you. So maybe the use of the telephone, the facsimile, the email, etc. So that is what we call medium or what we call the channel. Yan. Okay, so good afternoon from Suwaigot Elementary School. Yeah, watching from Irene De Leon. Okay, hindi ko maintindihan yung pangalan niya. Good day po. Okay, yeah, good afternoon. So we're done with number 5. Okay, keep on posting, guys. Keep on posting your answers. So now we have, our time is 1:57. Okay, so I will give you 3 minutes, okay, to post your answers. Pa-shout out po sa teacher po namin, okay, na si Teacher Jane Tresvales Sandang at Unex Sky Merly Yang Kinay from Alice Di Mapilis. Yan, shout out po ma'am from your student, Alice Di Mapilis. And of course, Denly Alorde Chavez. Good afternoon po, Denly A. Chavez, ODL BEPS 2, Miss Helen Trono Tumala. BEPS Mariveles. Okay, from Bataan, I do not know. Okay, next we have number 6 element is what we call decoding. Okay, so decoding is this one is the job of the receiver. Okay, decoding. It is the process of converting. So, kino-convert na, no? Converting the symbols encoded by the sender. Okay? Then, after decoding, the message is received by the receiver. So, in the decoding process, The receiver decodes the actual subject matter that the sender wants the receiver to know or have knowledge about. Okay? So, of course, no, the success of the communication process depends on when the receiver exactly receives the message in the same way, right, in which the sender wants to send to the receivers. Okay. So that is why when someone is speaking, siyempre, ang gagawin natin, we have to listen attentively. Okay? For us to understand yung gusto niyang isend sa atin na message. Okay? And that is number 6 element, decoding. Oh, come on. Please try to answer our task number 1. Okay? So Alice, ayan, sabi niya no, pa-shout out po sa teacher po namin. Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon. And moving on, so let us continue, okay? Yeah, giving insights about the elements of communication. So keep on posting your answer, guys. I am waiting. So we have only 9, no? 9 elements. Message, channel, encoding, decoding, yeah, receiver, barriers, okay, context, and feedback. So in number 7, we have answer already. So number 7, response or reaction, and that is what we call feedback. So only 8, walo na lang ang sasagutan ninyo. Okay? From column A to column B. Yeah, good afternoon po. Watching po from Caloocan Central Elementary School, grade 5, JP Rizal. Yeah, from Hannah Isabel Han. Good afternoon. And next we have receiver. Sino ba yung receiver? Of course, the receiver is the person who is last in the chain and for whom the message was sent by the sender. So once the receiver receives the message and understand it properly or proper perspective, the message, and understand it in a proper perspective and acts according to the message, of course, only then the purpose of communication is successful. Okay? Sometimes receiver is what we call recipient. Okay? Recipient. Siya yung tumatanggap ng information or what we call the message. Okay? Then, dinidecode niya. Hello po from Nena Sarmiento and Shelly. Hello, good afternoon. Watching from Lapu-Lapu City. Good afternoon. Okay guys, so we have task number 1. Please keep on posting your answer. Okay, 8 na lang ang sasagutan po because we have a bonus point. Okay, so we have number 7, feedback. Okay. And number 8, that is feedback. Yeah, the 8th element of communication, feedback. So, ano ba yung ano natin, no? For instance, so you are keeping on talking tapos no one responds. Okay? In your transferring your information. Parang ganito, no? Sabi ko, I am waiting for your answer. Okay? Pero wala pang sumasagot. Merong kaninang sumagot, sabi niya, yung message is number 4. And that is correct. Okay, how about others? Hinihintay ko yung sagot nyo, guys. Come on. Ano kaya ang ibig sabihin ng who is the speaker of the message? And what is noise all about? Or number 3, what is converting ideas into symbol? Okay, what element of communication? Referring to number 3, converting ideas into symbols. Or number 4, the main idea or information. Yan, nasagot na kanina, no, ng message. How about number 5? The one who sees or hears the message. Come on, guys. Yeah, good afternoon. Watching from Figa is Catanduanes. Yeah, from Lourdes O to Pass. Good afternoon po. Yeah, feedback. Sabi, when say feedback, successful communication, of course, is a two-way process where one person sends a message to another. So feedback is basic knowledge. Okay, I mean basic acknowledgement mechanism with which the sender gets to know what the receiver perceives with the sent message. Yan, feedback, no? In other terms, when say feedback, that is your response, right? For instance, your mother is calling you. Sabi niya, Jonard Galimlim, where are you? Sabi ng nanay mo. And then, of course, as your response or your feedback, you will answer, Mama, I'm here. I'm just listening to Sir Tutor Rodman. Okay? So that is what we call feedback or response. Yeah, good afternoon. Jonard Kalimlim. Oh, guys, wala yatang sagot. Huh? And the last one. So, last one, no? The ninth element of communication we have noise or what we call barriers. Yan. Diba? The barriers, when say barriers, those are the breakdown, okay, of communication. Afternoon po, Kuya, from Ruti. And Lawrence Day Barlosa from watching from Tabaco National High School, grade 12, 12 Humes, cluster 8F. And Ruti, afternoon po, sir. Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, that is no the barrier or barriers or noise. Okay? So it refers to any obstruction that is caused by the sender or the message or receiver during the process of communication, right? So for example, bad telephone connection, faulty encoding, faulty decoding, right? Di mo naintindihan, inattentive receiver, right? So those are the what we call the barriers. Okay? Poor understanding, okay, of message due to prejudice, prejudicism, something like that. Okay, so those are what we call the barriers, the noise. Okay, so last meeting we talked about this, no, about noise. Sabi, meron tayong internal and external barriers, right? For instance, you have problem, okay, or maybe you are heartbroken, iyak-iyak ka dyan, okay, kasi iniwan ka ng boyfriend mo, right? Something like that. Okay? Or maybe your girlfriend, naghanap ng iba. So you are heartbroken. So that is what we call internal barriers sa loob yan, right? And when say external barriers sa labas, okay, for instance ngayon, no, ingay ng telepono, ingay ng sasakyan, etc. So those, no? Saan yan? Bad telephone connection, so bad connection, internet connection, right? So those are the barriers. Good afternoon from Ruti. Wala pang sagot. Okay, so let us answer. So in column A, the number one, the speaker of the message, and that is what we called sender, right? And number two, we have noise, barriers, right? And number three, converting ideas into symbols, that is encoding. Number four, the main idea or information, and correct yung sagot kanina, and that is message, right? Number five, the one who sees or hears the message. So yan, number five, receiver. So number six, environment where communication takes place, that is context. Number seven, of course, no, feedback, response or reaction. Number eight, we have interpretation of message, and that is what we call decoding, right? Yeah, interpretation of message. And number nine, of course, the medium of transmission, and that is what we call channel, or sometimes it is called media. So we're done. With the elements of communication. So moving on for the next activity. So time check 2:08. Yeah, thank you for tuning. Salamat sa inyo. And for our next activity, what I have learned. Okay? Ano daw siya? So our directions, let's apply what we have learned In a group or class discussion, share your thoughts how communication takes place in the scenarios by giving a meaning. The first one. So this time I want to see your comment, okay, your reaction. So the mother, the first item, the mother just skips silent after seeing her daughter's report card with failing grades. What does this silence mean? Okay, share your thoughts. Come on, guys. Another, no? Yeah, so Marcus Ezekiel, L. Burse, grade 8, ODL 1, BEP 1, BEP Tobacco National High School. Ayun pala yun, no? From Tobacco National High School. Okay? So Jake Kinson, Chris John Ray Bonto from grade 4 section, Einstein Fatima Cao Aguilar. Jack Scarlett Leon Beron. Good afternoon po. Mark Ezekiel Burse, watching po. Yeah, that's great. So please share your thoughts, guys. Hurry up. I'll read it again. The mother just keeps silent after seeing her daughter's report card with failing grades. So what does this silence mean? So how do you feel? Ano yung mararamdaman mo? Jake, Jake Kinson for instance, no? After receiving, no, nakita ng nanay mo yung report card mo with failing grade, no, 74 for instance, 74 ang grade. Okay? So what do you think? Ano yung ibig sabihin yun? What does this silence mean? Di ba tatahimik lang si nanay? Okay? Tatahimik si nanay. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? What does this silence mean? Come on, share your thoughts. Yeah, thank you, Shell Lee. The silence means being sad about the failing grade. And that's great from Shell Lee, grade 11, CSS Pao National High School. Yeah, good afternoon, Eva Israel. Thank you very much, Shell Lee, and that is correct. Another answer. How about Campos Jumar? Yeah, the mother might be upset. Or, very good. Ruthie, maybe po nadi-discourage. Yan. Very good. How about Alexander Justin? So what is your, please share, what is your idea? What do you think the feeling or the silence mean? Alexander Justin B. Aguilar from Tobacco National High School. Yeah, very good. Of course, no, with this. Yeah, silence means maybe upset, maybe discouraged, maybe sadness. Yeah, those, right? That is what we call non-verbal, right? Good afternoon po sa lahat. Alexander Justin, he said disappointment, right? Disappointment. That is. Of course, no, yung mga parents natin, they want the best, di ba? For us. Kaya nga mag-aral tayong mabuti, right? So even we are now in the pandemic, so dapat aral talaga, okay? Mag-aral tayo for our future. Para sa magandang kinabukasan. Okay, how about number 2? Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Richard Bilan, disappointed. Yeah, that's great. How about number 2? You cuddle a newly born puppy and the mother dog stands in front of you, staring at her puppy. Why did mother dog do the stand and staring behavior? Yeah, share your thoughts. Yeah, Lourdes Otupas, kanina sabi niya, the mother understand her child. Of course, that is, no? So, maintindihan. But still, of course, do not upset our mother. Mag-aral tayo mabuti. And from K. Charlotte, K. Charlotte, grade 12, BBME of Tobacco National High School. Good afternoon po from Faisa Sirad. Okay, how about number 2, guys? You cuddle a newly born puppy and the mother dog stands in front of you, staring at her puppy. Why did mother dog do the stand and staring behavior? Share your thoughts. Ano kaya yung nararamdaman ng aso? Nung tinaas mo, no? Kinuha mo yung puppy niya, yung kanyang tuta. Okay? At tapos tinaas mong ganon. Yep, from Claire Loria. Watching from Tobacco National High School, Grade 12, UMS K. Ang dami atang section ng National High School Grade 12, UMS. Yeah, good afternoon. Watching from Lapu-Lapu School. Okay, City Central Elementary School, Ariel Stefan Esguera, Grade 1, GT. Ayan. Sabi niya, Campos Jomar, she thought her puppies are in danger. Okay, very good. Right? Siyempre, the mother dog, kumbaga, nag-aalala siya, baka malaglag yung kanyang puppy. Right? She thought her puppies are in danger. What else? What else? To make sure that her puppy is in safe hands. From Jake Kinzon. Yeah, so you have the point, right? To make sure that her puppy is in safe hands. So yan. Yeah, and sabi ni Alexander Justin Aguilar, and that is mother's instinct. That's great, right? Lahat ng mga mother, right? Even people, even human, right? Pag tinaas yung sanggol niya, ayan, natatakot siya, nag-aalala. Right? And that is what we call mother's instinct. Great, Alexander Justin Aguilar. What else? Worried about her puppy. Ayan, from Richard Bilan, 12 TBL. From Tobacco National High School. And, yeah, watching from Tobacco City, National High School, 12 UMS F. Eunice Joy Mandrilia. Good afternoon. Hi, sir. Good afternoon from Jocelyn T. Menes, Grade 4, Gemini of Lapu-Lapu City Central. May I watching you, sir? Project BTS. Salamat po. Salamat din, Aileen Jimenez. Okay? So I guess we're done with number 2. Wala na ba? Share your thoughts. Okay, next. We have this. Yeah, how about this one? Number 3. An old woman cried after opening a box and a letter she saw on her front door. Why did the woman cry? Okay, share your thoughts. Again, okay, I'll read it again. An old woman cried after opening a box and a letter she saw on her front door. Why did the woman cry? What do you think? Why the old woman cried? Share your thoughts. Yeah, Christian. Cherry Lou Mentrano from 11 UMS G of Tobacco National High School. Wow. Thank you very much, ma'am, sa mga teachers po ng mga tuties, our tuties, no? Na nakiki-interact sa atin today. Yeah, sabi ni Eva Israel, that is tears of joy. And that's great. Tears of joy. So maybe inside the box are a lot of maybe medicine, right? Or maybe gifts, okay, from her children or from her child, something like that. What else? Maybe it was a letter from her husband who died years ago. Wow, nakakayak naman yan, right? So maybe it was a letter from her husband who died years ago, and that is Eunice Joy Mandrilia. Or from Mark Ezekiel Burse. So maybe someone delivered some bad news. So maybe because the letter came from her son or daughter thanking her from being a good mother. Yeah, so dapat ganyan din tayo sa ating mga mothers. So thank you, Shelly, right? So dapat we're kind with our parents. So the letter was from her children, from Jake Kinzon. Oh, that's why nakakayak talaga yun when we receive a letter from our family, right? Mary Joy C. Cascante, 12 ABME. Yeah, Mary Joy, good afternoon. According to Alexander Justin Aguilar, so maybe the letter was a bearer of bad news. Nakakayak din yun, right? Okay, so maybe it's a thing that's sent to her nagamit ng kanyang family or relatives from other country, according to Ruthie. Yan. Very good. And last for Denise Lorraine Rejano. So maybe it comes from someone she really loves, cared, treasures so much. That's why she cried, not because of sadness, but because of happiness. And that is called tears of joy. Very good. No, Denise Lorraine Rejano. So that is a tears of joy. Okay. So maybe her children can't make it home. It's Christmas. Yeah, that's true, right? Christmas is coming. So let us spread love. Okay? Yeah, keep it on sending your comments. It's Christmas time, so do not forget to say I love you to our dear parents, right? Christmas na. Love our parents. So maybe it was the first time she received a box and a letter from Lourdes O. Tupas. Okay, guys. So, a lot of comments, right? So, thank you for your comments. So, but time is over. So, it's 2:20 p.m. Yeah. So, our session is from 1:42 to 20. So, stay tuned, guys. Yan. So, last one, Joanna Escabo. Good afternoon, sir, from Glisai, Osea, grade 5, Gemini of Lapu-Lapu, Suba, Masulog, elementary school, watching you, sir, Project BTS. Okay, good afternoon. So, it's 2:20, guys. And so, it's 2:20. So another tutors waiting. So please stay tuned. So we have tutors Tere and tutor Grace. Okay. Once again, so this is a tutor Rodman. You're tall, dark, and never mind. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning, guys. See you next session. Every Friday, do not forget, 1:40 to 2:20. Okay, up next, front service, what do you call this one? Yeah, the FOS. Bye-bye. God bless.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!